Right, how you going, guys? Back here. I'll get these doors bolted back on, and then I'll see if with this stuff all lined up. I want to have it so these holes are in the same place, obviously the back doors, so that it's not, like the handle's not here and it's right here. Like, it's got to match up what's on the inside, so that's kind of part of it, but hopefully so that like, these aren't going to be skewer for me, like funny angles where you can see like that. So I'll get a door line, see how things fit. So obviously got those made the other night. So what I'll do is I'll measure the distance down on the outside for the hole in here for the handle, the outside. And I'll measure it down here and I'll double check it both sides to make sure that lines up so we end up with them in the as close as we can to the same spot. Show you, I think. part of the problem is at the moment. Okay, these here are screwed into a plate that, if you can see, it's that piece in behind, and it's loose. So it's like it's never been anchored to the timber. So obviously these here screw into that metal, but is the metal actually attached to the wood? I don't know. Yeah, okay, I see. Look here, right. This explains some things. So these need screwed in. That's going to make a tremendous. So we need to bang some screws in here and get this more solid, don't we? That's part of the problem. What's this side like? See, it hasn't been screwed in either, but this one's actually more rigid. It's not flopping around the same. What's this one? Oh yeah, so that's been screwed in too. But there's not enough screws in that door. Right. So this one's alright in the meantime. That just needs some screws in it. That one there actually really needs sorted, doesn't it? Just bring it back around. Way better. Right. I'll get this hole marked out for the side now. Cool. A nice new welder to play with. So the digital one, I don't really know too much about it, but it's got a heap of instructions. What I'll do is I'll Google the model and go home and do a wee bit of research. But it's like a 3-1. It's MIG stick and TIG. Just got the handpiece for the stick and the MIG. It'd be quite cool to have the TIG, but this is the welder, so I'll do a wee bit of research and find out exactly how it goes, but yeah, awesome. Nice little welder. And it's quite cool too, because Dad's one, you got to change the cabling around inside for, depending on whether you're welding gas or gasless, even though you wouldn't weld gasless unless you had to. But you can just, you just unclip that and swap your earth around, which is pretty cool. So it's easy. So it'd be quite interesting to do a wee bit of research and just work out the what should be what for different panel steel and stuff. And anything else we've got to weld up or whatever. So it's got a whole heap of settings here. What I might do is take a photo, or take a little photo of bits and pieces, and yeah, it looks very much like a what do you call it? Oh, it almost looks like a Miller sort of type welder. You know, the way it's sort of set up. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if these are pretty common here. So another real pretty common brand here in New Zealand and Australia. Like the rest of the world, I wouldn't have a clue, because I haven't been really many other places, but that's pretty cool. But anyway, we're about to chop these down and make them fit. So I'm going to cut them a bit long for a start off, and then just see how they fit and get them sorted and get them screwed on and trimmed and whatever else to fit. And once I've done that, I'll probably head home for the night. But yeah, I'd like to get these fitting, at least get them on there so I know that that's all going to match up. And yeah, and then the next thing will be trying to just see if I can get the back of this body, I get some of this flex and stuff out. We'll work out what we need to make up for that, brackets wise and whatever, and work out what we're going to do here to try and get this a bit stiffer, a bit more rigid, and then get door gaps right and on the back, and then we'll move forward to the front and see what we need to do in here. But yeah, it's coming along. It's all these little things got to get done and slowly move forward. But I'll crank out a cutting disc and trim these down. Turn it on. Turn it on. Turn it on. Right, so after all that, so I set that in there, mark this edge to get a rough idea, and then set in here and just mark how deep this is. What I'll do is I'll just, because I don't want to lose this screw hole, obviously, so you can get, because if it's banging against that all the time, it's only got this one and this one. If it's got three, it's going to be more stable. I may be able to just get away with trimming a little bit off this, if I can, just to flatten it out, just in one spot or something. But yeah, I don't want to cut this away if I can get away with it. I'd rather put a little half moon in here, so I've got to get this guts of this. But yeah, I'll just trim this away, just shy here, and in here and here, and see how that fits, and come back. So we'll go do that on this one for a start off. Beautiful. Awesome. Awesome. I'll call that one done. Apart from just taking out this hole a little bit further for the going through the door. Just free that up a little bit. That's mine stuff. Well, we might call it done for the night, I think. It's wicked, yeah, so it's about 9 o'clock now, so we're going to head home. So that's cool. I'm glad I got those fitting locks work, so I'll trim them right the other one up. Go get tomorrow night and get that fitting. Now I know what to do with this one. I'll unscrew that and just mirror it and trim that down a little bit and whatever and make it all fit. Pretty good. Alright guys, cheers for watching, and we'll see you when we see you next. Hey brother, just in case, he's going to go through these, but he's not sure. He thinks he's got 4 of these, but not 100% sure. These are the door catches or locks for these doors. If you've got anything there for one of these mid-20s Studies, give us a yell. I need 2. There you go guys, back here again. So I'll try and get this other door sorted out with this catch. Unfortunately my phone's getting pretty low on power, so I won't do a lot of filming tonight. I just didn't get a chance to charge it up during the day with using it and everything, so I'll get this block sorted and see how we get on, and I'll just do a couple of little progress shots as I'm going. Righty, catch you later on. Anyway, so I'm going to make this one here. I'm going to trim it down to like this. So I've marked where I need to trim all the excess off, and then I'll start fitting. Righty, so I've got that fitting. Door opens and closes. Best it can at the moment. What I want to do now is make, see if I can make some little shims. A couple of shims just to put behind those hinge plates. Try and push this door out a little bit so it doesn't do that. So I think this should be big enough. I might find another piece of scrap and maybe make just a couple of maybe not temporary ones, but just make a couple up. See if I can get a couple of pieces to make these up and just drill 4 holes in them and slip them in behind, under the hinge, and just see if it's enough, and then maybe 2 if it needs it, depending where the top and bottom, and hopefully we can get it to sit right, because possibly they've just taken a little bit much out of here. But this is probably what they would have done anyway. They probably would have just put a little bit of something in behind here just to help pack it out, to get the spacings right, I guess. I don't really know, but I'm guessing that's what they would have done. If they had taken a little bit much, they might have just put a little bit of some sort of, I don't know, even tar paper or something, I don't know, whatever, way back in the day. They might have just packed it up out with a little something, I don't know. Or they might have made another one, I don't know, but I'm just working with what I got here. So I'm just going to use a little bit of panel steel and slip them behind there. So it's like a, I don't know, a millimetre thick, whatever that is, 16 gauge or 18 gauge or whatever it is, I don't know. That might be just enough to pop it out a little bit and see if that fits better. So I'll see if I can make something up. Alright guys, so I've got that fitting quite a bit better. I'm not 100% happy with it yet because it's sticking out a bit here. But I did put I might take that shim out of the bottom of that tomorrow or something like that, and just try and get it to fit a bit better. But the opens and closes is nice. Now, still a bit of tweaking to be done, but you know, like we can keep working with it. But pretty happy with that so far. Now we can, when we do body work, now we can put a little bit extra of body filler down on there if we can't get it quite to sit back in a little bit. But we might just get it to tweak a little bit more that way. It could come out a smidge more here, so I could put some extra in here to make it twist around, but looking good.